I'm going to be far too busy, and this is what I've been telling people coming into the next, 6 months of this year, or it's less than that now, it's 5 months of this year. And then even going into the years on top of that as well. So I'm just making sure I put a whole bunch of services out there to accommodate to how I would trade anyway. And of course, I'm always going to be helping people and, giving them access to like saying, this is what I would do if I got this, and this is how I would trade it. But at the same time, it's about making trading for me now more and more automated the best way I can do it, because I've got so many other things I'm trying to do out there, and I can't focus all my energy just onto trading, especially if it's better. The best way to say it is that if there isn't 1,000 people asking for me to help with this or to teach them this, you get what I mean? Then I've got to give Forex a certain amount of time, even from a financial aspect, and that's in terms of teaching, because it only makes sense for me to obviously do other things if I can make more money from that aspect or whatever, because we've all got plans and things we're trying to do in life as adults. So one of the services I do have to make it even more automated for myself is the Neo Telegram alerts. Now, if you do get the Neo Telegram alerts for 60 GBP, you will be taking all the trades I personally take. This is my bread and butter. Literally about 95% of the trades I take. 5% is like the scalping I do, which I'll go into other ways. But literally 95% of the trades I take, I'm patient enough to wait a week, 2 weeks if I have to for a trade setup. I understand there's a monthly cost, but from the data what Neo gives you, as long as you've got the right account size, you'll be able to make money to pay for the monthly cost, or you'll be able to make money to, of course, at the same time, make profits on top. Loads of people have done this over the period of being in the mentorship. That's what it used to be a part of. And things like that. I've seen loads of people make money from this, and so have I. I've managed to pass prop firm accounts. I will go into the second part of this video on how I use extra leverage or extra risk in order to pass prop accounts if the opportunity arises. I will explain that to you in this Zoom in the second part. And if you do get Neo, you're going to get Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus, yeah? Which is, let's just go into here, new share. So this is Morpheus right now. And with Morpheus, what Morpheus actually does for you is it shows you, I'm going to send you a chart with these levels on it. It's only for the majors. That's the major pairs, GBP, JPY, and gold and US 30, and all the indices. So top three, US 30, SPX 500, and NAS 100. You'll get indications of when the market actually changes trend direction. And just for proof reasons, this is why I'm showing gold here. When it comes to Morpheus, I gave 1901 out in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in my Discord from ages ago to tell people it's a downtrend from here. So this shows you, again, me live doing data testing. The proof is right there. I don't just put services out there because I'm like, oh, look at this. This is what I can sell to these people. No, every single thing that I've given out as a service is something I've used myself for months, if not a year or more. And I've seen this. I broke it down. I said, okay, I've been using this myself. Let me see if it even works when I give it out to the general public for free. I gave 1901 out specifically to the general public for free. And the majority of people caught this trade from here, which I showed them. I gave this all out as a free trade from the downtrend from here area. And you can see, look, 1901, boom, touched it, dropped. So anything from here where you would have had any type of Trinity alerts, again, this was an issue people had. Then they didn't have Trinity when I gave out 1901. So this was the general public. They couldn't get any of the sells from these levels if they weren't watching the charts. This is why I said, okay, John, you need to give them Trinity. So if you do go into Trinity, right over here, and okay, this is the swing trade, this one here. Okay, no, this is swing trade one. So if you do go into Trinity at any given time, if you was to do this, type here and go XAU, USD, M15, and this type sell, all of the sell trades that came in on that chart I just shown you would have been here, basically. Well, probably not from 1901 because it didn't start from there, but just a little bit after, which it started from here is when I started giving out the 6 of the 6. So it's about, we're coming into the 5th week now of Trinity. So this is why I gave out Trinity. I'm like, instead of me telling you guys and girls every second, buy now, sell now, Trinity is doing this for you. It's giving you these indications. If I'm showing you exactly how I'm going to do the weekly analysis now, this is why you need to look at Trinity as a part of your trading system. Yeah, there's no point you looking at Trinity and thinking, oh, it's a golden tool that John's probably given it to us to make money. No, you need to look at it like having an internet connection, like having a laptop and being able to trade. That's how you need to be looking at what Trinity is. It's literally it's like having electricity in your house. This is how you should look look at what Trinity is doing for you. Do you get it? Like, again, I've just shown you a chart with price action. I've given you everything you need to know. So let's just go back here. Let me just go over here. And then we go back to here. So if I've given you this chart and I've told you every single place where you can look for, obviously, because you can see the support and resistance level, you can draw this yourself. I've given that price action strategy out for free. Once you have a Trinity alert on any of these levels, you go for the trade. There's no need for you not to do it. It's not possible for me to tell you every single second, buy now, sell now. Like, I've got so much stuff to do other than doing that all day. And I feel like sometimes that's what people expect from me. They might not say it, but it kind of is what they expect from me. They expect all of these mad signals. So I've given out Trinity, and for a very cheap price for people to be able to do that. So let's move on to the next one anyway. So that's that. So let's go back into our screen share, and then we go into here. Boom, boom, boom. So you're going to get Trinity. That's the swing trade, the scalping, and you get Morpheus as well if you do get Neo for 60 GBP a month. And I also give you, like I said, all the trades that I take myself, which are swing trades, because I can do that freely. And then the crash courses is, if you're still struggling, then you need to book me out per hour so you can figure out some of this stuff, man. You need to break it down. Don't be shy. I know you've lost money in the market. Majority of people have, but for you to make money, you need to invest money. And maybe you didn't invest it in the right places. It's not bad for feeling that way. Just know that, okay, if you do believe in what I'm saying here, and what I'm saying is, you know, transparent and it's as truthful as possible, if you can assess that from how I speak to you, what I teach, then book some time with me. Stop, you know, being shy to not do that. Basically, I get sometimes it might be a bit expensive for the monthly, you know, outgoings you might have this month, but try and prioritize for it if you do want to actually see certain level of growth in Forex. Now, of course, you've also got the crash course. Again, this is for people that are a bit more, you know, serious. They're on it. They've got the funds to do it. You know, everybody's fortunate in different ways. Book the crash course, because now with the crash courses, I'm giving free actual one-on-one Zoom calls, and they go from between an hour to 2 hours long. Usually they're almost about 2 hours long anyway. And I'll break down all the stuff I know and all that information for you, all that good stuff in the market, which will help you out with the Zoom calls. Just to show proof of it as well, this gentleman here, NK, one of my top students, literally, I'm probably going to get an interview with him on YouTube as well at some point. I'm just, like I said, busy doing other stuff, but you can see clear as day, this guy has been with me for 1 year. He swallowed the price of that 200 GBP and anything else, because he went a bit lower after, because he didn't need to do 200 GBP after 3 or 4 months of doing it. Yeah. He went lower, stayed in the mentorship program, didn't, you know, run away. He made it a priority out of his, you know, what I was teaching. And now when we get to where he is now, a year later, yeah, I'm doing all of this stuff here so people can understand why I'm even teaching you a weekly analysis in the first place. There's no point me just saying buy now, sell now, if people are not understanding the levels of what I'm trying to teach here. Cool. So now we go to the Forex testimonial section. And this is what he was able to do on his prop account, his prop firm account. This week, he was able to, let's open up an original so you can see it. So he was able to bank 2,600 profit. Yes, he took losses this week and he was very transparent with that. But at the same time, even if he banked 500 or 1,000, if he's doing that every week, every other week, he's still profitable by the end of the month, basically. And it's good for him. And the last time he actually managed to get his first ever, it was almost like a 6-figure week for him. Not 6 figure, sorry. I think it was a 5-figure week. Yeah, I think he made 10K altogether, but he did show us. I'm just trying to get to where it is. Give me a second. This one here. Just give me a second, people. If I can find it quickly. I think I can find it quickly. Should have had it up. It's my bad, people. I don't have it up here. But he did do it. Now, it's not this far back. He did do it. He did 6K, basically. But so many. Let's see if I can find it. Just going to have one little quick look again. See if I can find it for you. Okay, here it is, I believe. Yeah, here it is. Is it one? No, this is even another one where you see he banked 2K. This is even another one. And there's one more. Okay, here it is. Here it is, people. Here it is. Is it this one? This is even another one. I think I don't even think it's the same one. Yeah, this is another one, 1.7. So I don't even think it is one, but you get my gist, right? You get my drift, basically. Like you understand what I'm trying to tell you here. That this is after he spent a year learning about Forex. He knew nothing. He literally came to me with only knowing about probably 2 to 3 months worth of information on Forex. He stuck with me for 1 year, used that investment, and now look what he's gaining from it. Too many people probably come to me and think I'm going to change their trading in 1 month, 2 months. It's not possible, because even if I teach you everything, you still got to go through the Forex market time in order to get to a level of training. This is all psychology, what I'm explaining to people right now. You need to get to a level in time where you're like, I get what John's saying. I've took this loss. I took that loss. You know, he was making losses as well, which I told him, like, don't do this, but he would still do it. But then eventually, after he took enough losses, it doing the wrong thing certain times, he got to a period and he was just like, okay, I'm just going to stick to this and be disciplined. And now you can see his discipline, you know, going forward. So again, that's what I do when you come into the crash courses. I get your psychology right. I get your risk management right. I teach you how to pass prop firm accounts, because I've even got a set strategy of how you can do that. I call it the circle of profits. So how you're going to be able to compound your prop firm account, FTMO, or my Forex funds in order for you to get 600K worth of capital. I do all of that in the crash courses. Now, when it comes to signal and copy trading, obviously signals is just signals. It's not really that big. So you buy now, enter now. I'll do that and it'll come through on a Telegram service for you. It'll literally just show you the stop loss, TP, and entry level. It's as simple as that. The only thing I can say people have to do to stop making it, you know, unrealistic for themselves is you've got to have a certain amount of capital when you trade. Because I tell people from the start and from the jump, I'm not going to be winning every single trade. I don't want to hear anybody message me thinking that I'm going to be winning every single trade, because I never ever tell people I win every single trade. Doesn't happen. What I do trade is probabilities. So after a period of time, yeah, I'm going to answer your question in a bit. Yeah. After a period of time, from X amount of losses, I'm going to explain that in the weekly analysis, we eventually get winners. The flurry of winners outweighs the losers. And guess what? In the month, we're profitable. I do this all the time with my Neo trades. This specifically, here's a clean example for you. All the trades at the beginning of June were losing. As soon as it come to about midway towards the end of June, all of them won. And now this pip count is actually over 1,000 pips now going into July, but it's still the same trades. This is what I do. Nothing magical. I trade probabilities with wins and losses. So that's what signals would be. I'm just going to try and see. And then copy trading, that's down to the trader's account size. But again, I'm only going to be trying to do 1 to 2% growth. If I make 4% growth, cool. But if I don't, it's not my fault if someone's account balance is not a certain amount to be able to pay for X amount of the service. So yes, it's 1 to 2%. If you don't have 6K, you won't be able to pay for the service. Again, people have come to me, guys and girls, you've got to understand that they've literally messaged me with $50,000 saying, John, I got 50K, trade my account on all this stuff. Do you understand? I just didn't want that responsibility to do it at the time. Whether I wasn't ready, whether it wasn't certain things in place, I'm not going to take people's money if I don't feel it's acceptable for me to do it at that specific time. Do you understand? Hence part of the transparency. And there's loads of people that whoever does watch this can vouch for that. I've had someone come to me with 250K in their account for me to be able to trade. You understand? So if it is the fact that people only have 500 to 1,000, it's not really my fault if it doesn't make sense to them in terms of copy trading, because I have various people that do come to me, not just certain people with, you know, lower finances in terms of investment. So I just want people to understand that. And that's what copy trading's for. If you've got a certain amount of capital, you're in that position in life, but you can't trade, then yes, I can help you trade by copy trading, and you'll get growth per month and per year. Simple. So that's what that is. I'm going to answer the question now. So there was a question. You raised your hand, SG. So how can I help you?
Hi, John. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I just had a quick question, because when you're going over the Neo program, and then the what is it, the fast course, quick course?
Yeah. So you got the crash course basically.
The crash course.
Yeah.
So from that guy's testimonial, I mean, can we do the same? Do you think that we could, you know, of course it'll take practice and time for us, but can we do the same type of have the same type of outcome if we just have the Neo membership instead of the crash course?
No, you need to get the Neo as well. You need to get the crash course. Why I'm telling you is because it's everything that comes with it. I'm not saying that you can't just do that over a period of time. Yeah, I'm not going to say you can't. Yeah, because obviously you're going to make money. It's how I make money. I'm not going to say you can't. But it's like hard to explain. You see what people are trying to do? They're trying to cut corners in Forex, and you can't cut corners, basically. You might not think you're doing it, but you kind of are. Do you get it? Because it's the psychology and everything that comes with it. It's the whole reason why I keep doing these free Zooms. I'm only doing these free Zooms is because people's psychology is, I'll be honest with you, it's just out of whack when it comes to Forex. And when it gets into position through me constantly, I'm telling you, this gentleman was losing money at certain times. He would make 4K and lose 2.5K. He'll be transparent and tell you that. Lose 3K. Even though he was still paying for this service. And I'm telling him, like, stop trading, stop doing this. Just don't trade this. I told him stop trading AUD NZD, one of the pairs. The gentleman will be honest with you. Yeah, I'll do it in a YouTube interview with him. Yeah. I guarantee you, the guy will explain to you that he kept trading AUD, NZD, even though I told him, hey, I'm not trading. Your mentor is telling you all he's doing is taking losses from this pair. Stop trading it. But he kept trading it. So this is why I say that it's necessary for you to have this stuff, because it's the psychology, it's a mental thing, basically. So yeah, if there's anything else you want to say, and then I'll add to it. Go ahead.
Okay, well, because I currently have Trinity, and I know I emailed you and we were going back and forth because I do want to upgrade to Neo. But now you're talking about the crash course, but I'm thinking financially for me too. So
yeah, of course, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna upgrade to the Neo, and then and then take it from there. I guess.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair. And like I said, I'm just trying to put this there because it's the best. Because usually when you look at these services, this is why people even bother to even take a glance at the cost of 200 GBP. It's because realistically, you got to look at it that nobody's going to teach you. And anybody like that gentleman can tell you, NK, he's been there. He's paid other money before he came to me. He's seen obviously other people whilst I was teaching him. Nobody just realistically, quote unquote, sticks with one person in this game. You'll see one little flashy thing. You'll go over there for a week or two, etc., etc. And these people are charging thousands for what I'm explaining here. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I know that.
And that's just the honest truth. And I get it, it's a lot of money. I'm not going to go on like 200 GBP is cheap money. No, we're all trying to make it out there and do something. Not everybody's super fortunate or has massive investment. I get it, but at the same time, like I said, I go above and beyond for that. Like if I was to show you my DM talk with this gentleman, that NK guy, for over the year, we could write a book. You know what I mean? Let alone the Zoom calls just for that 200 GBP a month. Do you get what I mean? Like literally, he would be asking me questions. I'd be breaking it down to him. On top of the Zooms, remember that I'm sending him direct messages. Look at this, check this out. Make sure you're paying attention to this, etc., etc. I'll be doing all of that. So it's a whole proper package. And then on top of that, I was doing the weekly analysis with them in the group. But then, like I said, I took it away because, again, not everybody could turn up to it. So it's no force, no rush. And with Neo, yes, you can get profitable because, like I said, all of the alerts are here. All of the data is here. So yes, you can get profitable. But if you're not still profitable, it's because I haven't had the time to basically keep prodding you, like poking you and saying, listen, you need to get your psychology in check. You need to be paying for this. You need to be paying attention to this. So therefore, do you get where I'm coming from? That's the main difference if you're not profitable from these Neo setups over a long period of time. Yep. So I hope that makes sense anyway.
Yeah, and you get 101s in the crash course. And
now I've just said
you have to pay for the 101s, correct? For $30.
Yeah. So that's why it's that price. It's really because of the one-on-ones. That's why. It's because I'm giving you one-on-ones, like 2 hours worth of work. So what I'm doing right here is literally I'm doing it for 2 hours, but I'll do more. Do you understand? Like I'm giving you my ins and outs. I'm giving you everything I've got basically I can in those 2 hours, just because of the fact that I know 200 GBP for, let's just put it for the average user of Forex or getting into Forex. They don't have that every month. I get it. Like I said, I'm not a silly person. I'm not just expecting people to have money. So that's what I'll do. I'll be making sure that I'm giving you literally the best of what I can. And if I don't give it out in the Zoom, when we talk, if you're on to me, I'm going to tell you stuff in direct message. But I can't force people to learn. NK would wake up in the morning. He would say, John, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? I'd be like, this, that. Then he would also come to me and be like, oh, I think I'm having a bit of a problem just trying to understand, if I should be doing this and should be doing that. And then again, I'll break it down. That's what I said. If you saw mine in his direct message from that year, you could write a book. This is what I'm trying to tell you, compared to just the Zooms. That's what I mean. Yeah. So hopefully, again, that makes sense.
Yep. Got it. Thank you.
Cool. So okay, so that's Neo, and then yeah, and then Morpheus is just what I explained already in the beginning. It literally just shows you the trend in the market. Again, gold was my first free tester for everyone to see if what I'm data collecting makes sense over the period of the year that I've been collecting the Morpheus data. And yeah, this is why I've put all these things. It might seem like, oh, John's just throwing out bare services at the moment. Like there's so many services, but it's things I've collected data over the period of months or a year or more. And I've literally said from gold, when it did that, I was like, okay, this confirms it, because I gave this out to everybody now, not just taking it myself. And it worked for them. So you saw from when I did say downtrend on gold, it worked. You saw the same thing even on Dow Jones. When I put this same one here on this chart, and Dow Jones sold at the beginning of this week, even though it started to buy up, I told everybody in the weekly analysis that it can buy up. So it did. So yeah, that's all the services. If you want to get into that, you can message me on Telegram at BigJohn_BK. It should be my Telegram link. You can add me and message me there if you're interested in any of that and the pricing. And then if you want to also join the Discord, as you see I'm showing in here, you can join there, message me. And you can see even how people asking me questions. I'm very open to answering questions and doing stuff like that. So let's get all of that stuff out of the way. It was really about a psychology segment in Forex rather than just me trying to sell out products and services. I do it at the beginning just so it's out of the way. And now let's go straight into the charts, because of course I know that's why people are going to be here. They want to make the money. You know, they don't want to hear, John, stop selling me stuff. I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm just making trading more automated for myself because I'm at that point now. So let's go into what we see here. So when we go into AUD USD, we can see I did have a projection of price possibly going down to this level here. We didn't see too much on it going down to this level, but I did say if it starts to sell, we could see something here. And what did we see? Remember, it's still in a downtrend, this as well, from Morpheus. I'm going to tell you now, obviously, I'm not going to keep updating Morpheus with every single person because it's a paid service, but it is in a downtrend. Anybody in Morpheus can see it's in a downtrend. And we clearly see that there was an alert here in the market for a sell, and this was a 6-to-1 trade. I've explained to people, if you're using Trinity to enter these trades and you're trading with no trend bias, this is what you can see, the buys and the sells over here. Yeah, no trend bias. You don't care if it's in a downtrend or an uptrend. You're just waiting for a 1 to 4 RR trade, which you can see this was a 6.78 risk to reward trade. Once you do get that trade, stop trading that pair in the week, because you're waiting for a breakout in the week. When it does, it means it's using its average daily range. So therefore, and it's not even the average daily only, it's using a majority of its average weekly range. Yeah, these are all parts of things, again, I teach in the crash course. It's not magic, it's just what I personally use. Some people use the average true range, some people use volume indicators. This is what I'm doing. It's not magic, it's not a secret stat, doesn't matter. Some people can just use highs and lows. I'm telling you, it's just what I use for A, B, C to make sense, and 1, 2, 3. I hope that does make sense to everyone. I don't want people to think, but you never said that last time, John. No, it's just what makes sense to me. It's not a golden tip. What the golden tip is here, I'm going to keep saying it to you, is the risk management of what happens. So if you have no trend bias, because really and truly, we don't know if the market wants to buy and sell. Yeah. Just work out on a risk to reward and probabilities. And again, like I've been explaining for more than 4 weeks now, AUD USD hit a 6.78. Yeah. So that was the trade right there. You didn't need to trade it after that. And these trades all came in like Monday, Tuesday, which was crazy. So now what we're looking at AUD USD, let's go to the higher time frame for a projection of what it could do going forward. We can see that it still hasn't cleared all this liquidity down to this downside over here. So if it wants to continue to sell, and I can see the market did close below this level here. Yeah, this daily candle closed below here. Unless we see a breakout coming into Sunday, Monday's market open, yeah. And we see a close. If we see a close above this daily support level here, I don't know why I've got too many lines here, so I can't see the exact level, but this is okay. Let's just say here, so around about 68566. If we see a close above this level, then we could be seeing the market going up for a bullish rally. Doesn't mean it's going to continue to fly up, but we can start to see slow levels of a bullish rally increasing. And if you do see market structure getting broken, like you can see around here, then you can be waiting for it to break up and waiting for a Trinity 15, 30-minute alert, even 1 hour, it depends what you want to do. You can wait for your entries on these retests of these levels, because then it's telling you the market is probably holding structure and Trinity is telling you that there was a order put into the market, like there was momentum. So there was money put into the market, of course, for it to push off of this level. So, hey, give it a go. And that's what you could do. So just another thing so people can understand Trinity. Again, I tell them all the time, I think some people get confused with Trinity because they think that, you know, it's giving them this actual image you can see right now. No, it's just telling you that on the candle that opened at this time, which would be here, yeah, 4 a.m. in the morning, let's just say, you know, it's telling you that there was a sell breakout. So all you need to do is from this 4 a.m. candle is put your stop loss above the last high and then put your take profit up to a 4 RR ratio. This is all you need to do right there. So once you do this, so you need to, what I would do is have Trinity, the Telegram alert, Telegram app on my phone, laptop, PC, computer, whatever you want to do. Obviously, I'm using the web browser because I'm on a computer. Yeah, if you're on your phone, you can have, there's the Trading View app. So you have Trinity on Telegram, the Trading View app, so you can map out your 1 to 4 RR. Yep, so you can see it. And then once you map out your 1 to 4 RR using the long and short tool on Trading View, you would be able to put your stop loss and find out the stop loss level, 68960. And then you'd be able to, obviously, you've already got Trinity that gave you the entry, and then you know where to put your take profit, which is 68099. So when you go onto your phone, your computer, or whatever, you can put in all of those digits. Simple. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Trinity gives you an alert. You're already aware that you don't even have to care about trend direction if you are trading this strategy. Yeah. You just use the long and short tool. And every single time it gives you an alert on any of these 6 majors, you just literally do what I just said. Use the long and short tool, stop loss above the high or the low, and then it tells you where you should put your take profit and your stop loss. Simple. So I hope that makes sense to every single person there. Yeah, just to cover that one. So that's what we're looking at for AUD USD. Again, I did say if it does break up, then we're looking for buys. If it stays below here and we see like maybe a breakout down and a push back up and maybe a Trinity sell alert, then you go for the sell because again, it hasn't cleared all the liquidity down here. So it can keep selling all the way down. Yeah. Euro USD.
Hey, John, can I
I'm
really quick?
Go ahead.
So with that last example that you just showed, now I took a Trinity alert and I got stopped out, and it was basically because I didn't set my stop loss high enough. And that's what I've been for the last couple of trades that I took with Trinity. I got stopped out because of that, and then it went into the direction. So what's the best way to figure out the highest support or resistance line?
It should always be from technically the swing high or the swing low that literally just came in. So as we can see in the market right here, so I'm just trying to pinpoint it and get it all. So what did we have here? We had the market came to this like consolidation. I'm just giving you a random example, and then we saw it swung all the way up. Then what did we see? It swung back down. It went down. So we can see the swing low, down here. Then what did it do when it came here? It swung. It did another swing all the way up to this level. Then it started to go down. So remember, this was the swing from this level to this level. So when we had the Trinity alert here, we're looking for the last high. So we can see the last high was over here. You see? So why our stop loss shouldn't be here.
And that's usually where my stop loss was. Yeah,
it should have been. Yeah, it couldn't have even been here because you probably put it above the candle. That's probably why you got stopped out. It can work like that sometimes, but you see what you're doing. Nothing's wrong with what you're doing. This is what I'm trying to tell people. But you would have to, because you're trying to do an even tighter stop loss, it means instead of the 1 to 4 that I'm telling you to do, you might have to be doing 1 to 8. Do you understand? So you might have a 10 pip stop loss, but you might lose 6 trades in a row before you get the 1 to 8 trade. Make sense?
Makes sense. Okay.
This is the difference. This is what you see when I start keep talking like this. I'm telling you, from how I'm talking now, and I can see people they're like, it's not you, but I'm just saying in general, people are not paying attention because they want to see fancy things on my chart for them to trade. So they're like, oh, this looks fancy. Let me purchase it off of John. But I'm teaching you the real of Forex is that once you realize that all your trading is just to do with your RR and capital, I guarantee you the people that have stuck with me during this period, and especially going through into the next year, they're going to become 6-figure traders because they're going to realize over a bit of time that John was not lying. He's talking sense. You understand that all you have to do is just change your RR if you want to trade that way. But if not, then put it to the last swing high. And I'm giving you that. I'm giving you my data testing. Put it here, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's literally it. Like literally, I'm telling you, people are going to start making money once it starts. Because my psychology broke through at some point. It was more going into about halfway through last year because I was making money, but I wasn't making it easy, if that makes sense to people. It wasn't until I realized the maths is the main thing. Then I was like, I was more chilled and I could sleep. The only times I get a bit more stressed if I'm in a trade is when I've risked higher. And again, we'll go into that later on. So let's go into this now. So Euro USD, the next one. This is exactly what I said in the Zoom call. So everybody that needs to be aware, this was the last weekly analysis Zoom call that I went into. Yeah. And as I said, this exact thing, you can see what I did here. I drew it out already. This is how you can see the line. I said that if the market wants to keep selling, this is what AU didn't do. So it's probably ORD that stopped it from selling all the way down, not USD. So it seems like a lot of the USD sold. I marked this out for everybody. I told them here's a level. We need to even go higher up. I showed them here's a level where the market can go to and grab liquidity in this area, because it's basically the next support or resistance level. It seems like there's a void of liquidity down here. So if it wants to clear it, that's where we could see the market heading towards. I did put this level here and it was a weekly support level, and that's exactly what it went to go do, Euro USD. So we saw our entry. This was crazy, this entry on Trinity. We had our entry here. Again, pay attention to what I just taught you there. We had a swing low here, up to the swing high here, Trinity alert here, stop loss above this level. Doesn't need to be above here, doesn't need to be above there. We don't care. We don't trade exacts, we trade probabilities. So the probability of it breaking this level, now that we've got a Trinity alert, and you can even see Morpheus is telling you it's a downtrend, yeah? There you go. Start selling and go down with it. Simple. If you're wrong, you're wrong. But again, remember what I've been showing for the last 4 weeks is that at a period of time in the week, you get the breakout. We're not going to know. We had no clue that it was going to break out this much. What obviously helped it break out this much to give us a 25 RR trade. Look at this trade, people. What I've been teaching. It's a 25 RR trade, yeah? The only thing that I can say helped this was obviously it was NFP week last week. I'm not, again, a ridiculous person. You're not going to get this every week. So NFP, the volatility with the news events created crazy trades. But here we go. So pay attention to this more than anything. Is what I posted in the general chat. Yeah. Over the weeks, we was able to secure a certain amount of profit up to a, even if it was under 1% or over 1%, I'm not going to go into the exacts, but more than likely it was over 1% from the last 4 weeks of trading these 6 majors. Yeah. Pay attention to what I'm saying here. It's very beneficial. Okay. At one point, just like I got the flurry of winners, you see me when I put 100% win rate on Neo, yeah? At one point, which you have no clue when it's going to happen, this is when you make your big money, people. Stop thinking you're going to make your big money every week when it comes to trading. No, because what happened? We made 1 to 2 to maybe 3% on what I showed you the last 4 weeks. But you had no clue when you woke up from that Monday morning of NFP week, yeah, that this was going to be the week Euro USD is going to give me a 25 RR trade. This is when you make a week where you're like, wow, I made a 10K week. It did not happen. And you've all bared witness to this. I've done this, not live as in when the market took the trade, but live as in the data testing for you. You have all bared witness to seeing how you had X amount of profit, but then you got your final breakout. I'm going to go into this again for you. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm trying to let you people win. I do not have the time to tell people to buy and sell every second. This is why I'm doing this for these Zooms. Yeah. Okay. What did I do? Did I pin it? Let's hope I pinned it. Did I pin it? I didn't pin it. All right, give me a second, people. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Stop share. I'm going to share my screen with you again. I hope everybody's liking this because NK, he's in here now. I love you, NK. I know you're here, man. I see you on the iPhone. I know he's in here because he knows I'm not chatting rubbish. This is where it is. Yeah. This is where he's in here. Look, see, for lots of love. He knows I'm not chatting rubbish. All right, cool. So anyway, where are we at? Let me go to the VIP in a second. Where are we at? Here. I'll put it in here again for you guys and girls. Yeah. Okay, I'm even just going to open it like this so it's in the Zoom. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you now. Thank you for everybody that did start to join. I get it. Like I said, I understand we're busy and stuff like that, but I've got stuff to do as well. I've got family, I've got a child, you know, I've got other businesses I run. I'm trying my best to make people profitable. And this is why I have services, because if I'm not around, people can use them. So, okay, let's go back into this. Cool. 4 market phases, people. Yeah. From everything I'm teaching you here, every single time frame has this. Do not trade Forex as an exact. Yeah. Don't think just because it says all this information at the bottom, you need to trade it exact like this. No, that's people looking for a holy grail, which doesn't exist. I've already mentioned that to you. Yeah. Trade probabilities. There's always a probability of all of this stuff happening. In Neo, I trade advancing and declining. I'm not right every single time, as you have seen from when I do try and catch my trades. Sometimes these trades fail. I'm not right. But when the probability and the chance comes through that it comes into the trend I need, which for the JPYs was declining, I start making money. So I've tried to get in probably when it's still here and I'm wrong. Then eventually it's got to this point here and I'm right. Cool. So remember, there's these phases in the market. Yeah, please take note on this if you haven't already. Yeah. There's 4 phases. It doesn't matter what time frame you look at. This is why people can trade the 1 minute time frame, because they're aware. People that are successful trading the 1 minute time frame, they're aware of this. It moves very fast. And hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not Sonic when it comes to looking at chart action. So for me, it's too fast. I don't choose to trade the 1 minute time frame. I choose to trade daily, weekly, monthly with my bread and butter strategy, because I can see this 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern better in the market. You understand? That's me personally. So therefore, it might be too slow for some people, but I found a consistency with doing this. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go back over to the chart now. Yeah. So remember, during the other weeks, yeah, whether or not we was in the accumulation or the right advancing or declining, we probably wasn't. Most of the time when we was catching our 1 to 4 RR trades, we were probably in through the last 4 weeks on Trinity. We was probably in the accumulation or distribution stages. Yeah. On that said time frame. So we call it the 15 minute. Then what do we see this week? What does this look like, people? Look at this and look at this. Look at this. And look at this. If I'm lying, I'm flying, people. Look, it's right there in front of you. I'm telling you, there's 4 phases. This is why I'm telling you to become probability traders and not exact traders. Stop trying to be exact in the market. It's pointless. Probability puts you in a psychology mind frame where you're like, I don't know if this trade's going to win or lose. You don't see me coming on telling people every day that, yeah, this is going to win. Make sure you take this trade. No, there is better chances, but I don't. And look, this was basically phase 3 here. You see? See, it was consolidating, breakout. Here again, what do we see here? Even here, look, consolidating. Then it broke out. It's just a smaller version of it. That's all that you're seeing on the 15-minute time frame. This is what I clocked that it's doing. So that's Euro USD anyway. I just wanted to go over that point so people can understand why I'm saying this. I'm telling you this, and the whole reason I come up with this 1 to 4 strategy, no trend buyers, is because we have no clue. There is no magic way of understanding when we're in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. You can try and pay attention to all of this stuff, but even if you do, you're still going to win trades and you're still going to lose trades, regardless if the 200 is above, below. It doesn't matter. So stop trying to make it matter. It doesn't matter. It's either going to do the trade or it's not. That's what you need to care about. So let's go back into the chart. So we go back into our weekly analysis. So GBP JPY, okay? Now, the next one, I gave this out as an exact trade as well. This is why I posted this. I told every single person, all documented on YouTube as well. I was like, look, there's a liquidity. This is part of why you come into the crash course now as well. Yeah. This is the extra stuff I teach you. So even though you do want to trade Trinity, Neo setups that I'm giving you, this is why you do take the mentorship like this and pay that price, because you're going to learn more. So now there's a liquidity zone up here. I'm going to even break it down to you guys and girls. Again, people don't watch this stuff. They just want me to give them buy now, sell now. Sorry for them. Now there's wicks up here. So I said that if the market does not break this level here, yeah, then we're going to proceed with our sell going down, because we've seen that it's dipped into this level a couple of times. So we all we need to care about. We don't need to care about why. We don't need to care about why. We just need to care about if, yeah, probabilities. If the market doesn't break this daily resistance level here, yeah, which is where it first started. Was it in the weekly? Let me see if I can get it from where it first started. Go to the monthly quickly, people. I think it might have been the monthly. It's my bad. I should have put it. Usually I put the monthly or the weekly liquidity so I can see where I originally did it from. But let's just say it was there anyway. But I know it was here for a reason, yeah? And you can see why it definitely was here for a reason, because we can see the market respected it to the T, to the exact level. So now when we go back down, yeah, to our daily chart, we had a tap of this level. We had a Trinity alert on here. This is what you're seeing here. This is why I gave you all Trinity, because I don't have the time to be telling everybody, look. So the Trinity alert was even lower than here. I think it was even like here, to be fair, something like this, if I'm being fair. But I told you through price action, look at this level. So we had like a Trinity alert, it was like there or something. And then look at the trade it gave you. Based on market structure, not wanting to go back into this liquidity zone because it's already done it the previous week. So now it's gone to this level, doesn't need to go higher. Trinity alert here, take the trade. This is how you will learn how to even trade Trinity better. Anyone that's in the crash courses now will get what I'm saying, because now I'm showing you why there's probably a reason. Even though you don't need to care, of course, I'm teaching you why, so you have an understanding. Yeah, so this is why GJ obviously did a nice sell, perfectly there. So we had a Morpheus one here, though, even though the chart did come up, for some reason the alert didn't come through on the Morpheus group on time, but this was actually a Morpheus trade. It's a 1 to 6 now, but it's only just come into a downtrend. So there's a probability of a lot more sales happening in GJ if it stays in a downtrend. If it stays in a downtrend, then yes, you're looking at more probabilities of this. So I need to even go back to your USD. I'm getting excited. Sometimes I get too excited when I'm teaching. Yeah, we can see here straight away. So now, let me do this. Settings. But I hope you guys and girls like this. Like, if I'm not being excited, I'm just being a boring teacher, then, you know, realistically, at the end of the day, you're not going to learn anything, are you? Hold on. There. So now we're looking at a whole bunch of, even on a daily time frame, I can see a whole bunch of liquidity. So we've got this liquidity to the top side. We've got liquidity here. So it's a bit of a tricky one what GJ can do right now. And it's in the middle. Remember, I told you for this level here. So for me personally, what I'm looking at GJ is in a downtrend now. So I'm expecting for it to go to any resistance level, yeah, and then look for a sell. So if it goes back to this 4-hour resistance and holds this level and gives you a Trinity sell alert, then I'm looking for it to continue going down. If it goes further and breaks up to this level here, it can do this again, but we have to be realistic with ourselves. How many times does it need to hold this level? Again, it's probabilities. 1 to 4, if I take a loss here, take a loss here, if I start seeing it aggressively breaking into this area, I will chill for a bit. I won't enter my next sell until it gets high enough to these levels. That's when I will risk the third portion of my 1 to 4 RR on this trade. So if I'm wrong again and it breaks the highest highs here, then I'm gonna kick back, because now I just have to take it as I've lost 3 on this trade, because all it's doing is now I'm fighting the market. There's no need for me to fight it. It's broken every structure to hold as a resistance, and now I'll be fighting the market. There's no need. Let it go. It's annoying. I know. You just feel like punching the screen sometimes. Like, oh, why? But you've got to let it go, people. You need to know when to stop. Yeah? Let it go. So all I'm looking for is a sell off at this level, and it's got liquidity to the downside, still here. Or I'm looking for it to come back to this level, clear this liquidity, and then find it sell back down. Or the worst case, if it goes all the way back up here, then I'll be looking for it. And this is when I was telling you for like copy trading now. Yeah. Let's just say this was a copy trading trade. So we would have lost this one. We would have lost this one. This is where even with copy trading, I still have to keep the leverage at the same, or the risk at the same amount. I can't, because I can't afford to blow other people's accounts. Yeah. But if you're seeing this personally, this is why you need to learn on top of just taking signals and stuff. Personally, I would try and risk more when it gets to this higher level up here, or maybe to this very top. But I would have an extremely tight stop loss. So I would still lose maybe just a little bit more than I naturally would, but I wouldn't be losing hundreds more. You get it? So if I am right, and this is the real sell, and this sell is going to do 1,000 pip drop, now I can gain 300, 400, 500 pips off of that. And this is how you see me taking these Neo setups. I'm waiting. So I take my normal risk from other levels, but then when the Neo setup gives me an extreme high, basically it's higher highs and lower lows on a higher time frame, then I go for a more risk on that trade. It's either I'm wrong or I'm right. And that's kind of how it goes. So, all right, let's keep it moving. Let's go back to Euro USD. I didn't say that. So Euro USD is on this support right now. If we do see the market start breaking out, we can be looking for it to go into uptrend, but this is a big push down. So really, you're probably going to see a lot of like what I literally drew here. It's not secure enough. We need to see more market structure hold here and then a breakout for me to say that, you know, there's a possible retest level for it to continue. But right now, I wouldn't even be looking for any buys in it. You can, but it's a risk. So it can just buy up halfway and sell back down. It could buy up here and sell back down. So personally, I wouldn't be looking at Euro USD until I see some type of market structure forming for proper bullish momentum, or it does a huge bullish correction. But even if it does that, remember, it could be using most of its energy, its pips within the week. So we might not even see a proper continuation. So Euro USD, I'm just not even paying attention to it right now. Yeah, I'm just leaving it, letting it to form what it needs to do. I'm not going to give an idea of what it can do because it needs to start forming more structure. Structure is this. This is structure. This is structure. And then we see a breakout. So now we can see it pushing back. But right now, it's just one leg, one arm. We don't know what it's going to do. So it can buy, it can sell. I'm not really concerned. Let's wait and see. We're patient. You know, reevaluate it by Tuesday, Wednesday, then see what happens. Okay. So I've given you GJ, I've given you EU. GU, a little bit more structure here. So again, let's go into the trade. This is something I gave out last week, and look at it. Boom. Look at this sell. Straight all the way down. 15 RR trade. Again, it's in a downtrend. Came to this monthly resistance. Failed to break this level. I explained to everyone there's a liquidity down here. And what did it do? It did an aggressive sell to clear the liquidity. This is what news does. News is just liquidity hunts. If they've left wicks behind in the market, they use high impact news the majority of the time to go and grab that before going to correct what they need to do in the market. Yeah. So we're not always going to be right. Some people can trade it if they want to, completely up to them. But this is what they do the most of the time. I've paid attention to. And if we to do this, look, you'll see again, I'm not lying, people. I'm not lying. Switch on the news events. And what do you see over here? So S&P Global, CIPS, UK services is what caused this move. As soon as that kicked in, high impact, then we saw how many pips of a sell continue to go down. Literally. That's it. All of this was the deciding. Why do you think it consolidated first? Then it pushed down. Then it continued after the high impact news kicked in. And what did it do? That news created a liquidity hunt. All the other news that came in during that time assisted and helped. Some of it even made it look like it might buy back up, but then the other news was stronger than it and pushed it all the way down. Simple. Okay, so for GU, what we're looking for next, people, yeah? Now we can see here, this is a better idea. You can even see on a lower time frame. Let's go to a 4 hour. I'm going to take off these news events quickly. So crazy on the chart. Current events. Okay, now we can start to see the market, unlike EU, is forming structure on GU. So now we can say on GU, we're expecting the market to do this. Let me go over to my daily. I like looking at a daily view. Let me do this quickly. Hide. I hope this is helping everybody here. I know it's not exactly just buy now, sell now, but again, I just can't force myself to do it. I've got to teach people something if they're still struggling. All right, cool. Yeah, great. So again, what do we see on GU? We see the market push down to this level. We've seen it's respecting this monthly support. We're seeing it's coming up. So really on GU, we just need to care about the market holding this level and then going back up again. And if it goes up, it means it's gone up here, probably fails off of here, gone for a pullback, and now it can go with force to break any of this previous market structure over here for a continuation. So if you are looking for a buy trade on GU and you want to go for it, then you want to be looking for entry around here on this 4 hour support level, because we can even see previously, look at the buy it did. But what happened when it bought here before? It failed. So if it does it this time, it might not fail and it could continue to go up. It could fail again. But there, now you've got a choice of, if it goes 1 to 2 in profit, 1 to 3, put a break-even stop loss, trade management, sort out the trade. If it just fails straight away, then, oh, well, you lost the trade. Remember probabilities. But if not, as the trade is going, every 1 RR into profit, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, think what you want to do with the trade and take it in your stride. You understand what I mean? But this is what we're looking at, because we can see this. If it does want to sell again, my only reason to why I say it could sell again is we can see here already on the daily time frame, there's a liquidity wick left behind. So they could fake you out when it gets to this level, clear this liquidity, and start forming again new structure and buying up. Hope that makes sense to every single person. I just said that, literally. So everything and how I speak and how I've got to this point again is because of the period of time I've been watching the chart. I see this do this time and time again. And it's why I call it the circle of pips, because for me, I just wait for price to get to an extreme high and extreme low, and I just wait for the reversal, the retest, and enter. That's how I trade NEO. I've been very transparent with it. I don't tell people it's some magical thing. I literally just wait for market to break out, do a retest, and then my trade. That's what I do. And I trade every pair like that. Just pretty much, I just go through all of them and see if they're ready to do that. Again, we can see here on Dow Jones, I gave this out. This was a beautiful trade I gave out to everyone. I told every single person in the last Zoom that it's either going to break this level and continue to sell from this weekly resistance here, or we're going to see the market going towards this level again, because we can see it's like a head and shoulders, and respect this level. We saw it bought off of this level before, pulled back, came back up, came back down to this level, but was failing to break this level. So if you get a Trinity alert, which you did, this is why I gave out Trinity. I'm telling you, people need to stop looking at Trinity like it's a holy grail. Look at it like, John is literally just giving us something that he can use for entries. Trust me, I'm giving it to you because of that, because I can't tell you every single time to buy and sell these pairs like this. That's why I said, look, just look at Trinity and it will tell you, man. I've got to run these other companies. I'm telling you, I've got like 6 drivers right now on the roads, you know, picking up people. So as I'm doing this for you, as I'm been talking to you, drivers are texting me about, oh, I'm at this location, I'm at this, I'm doing that. I have to text them back, you know, like I'm busy sometimes. I'm sorry, people, I'm busy. So you can see here, yeah, Trinity gave you an alert here. I told you all in the Zoom that we're looking for price not to break this level. Again, you put your risk. What did I say? Just like I explained earlier, swing high, swing low. We're looking for a buy trade. Stop loss needs to be below the swing low. Trinity gave us an alert here, and look at the trade it gave you this week. Beautiful, money. And then after it did that, normal, you didn't need to trade anyway. It just kept going all the way up. So there you go. And that's how you had that. So now what we're looking at on US 30 is this. Where we going? Boom, boom, boom. So now, realistically, we do not want it to break this level here for it to continue. Therefore, it's giving us higher lows and giving us an uptrend type of momentum. It's not, I'm not saying it can't go back down to this level, but really, do we want it to go back down to this level? Because now it's just it's indecisive. It's basically consolidating on a higher time frame if it starts doing all of that. So if we want it to be a nice clean uptrend, we want it to not break this level here, 30983, and continue to buy all the way up. If we get a Trinity buy alert there, take it, because it's telling you it's a possibility it could continue to buy. It's really that simple. So that's what we're looking at US 30. If not, then we could be seeing a rejection off of this level, sell back down all the way to here. You could get a sell alert here. You can take that if you want to as well, completely up to you, because the sell alert could go down to here. Obviously, it has to if it's going to bounce off of there, or it could go further and break this level and keep selling, you know, completely up to you. But again, if your risk to reward is correct, why not? You could take the sell trade here. You're wrong. Take the buy trade. You're right. This is what Forex is. It's not, I must be right here. I must be right there. Cool. We're going to the next one. USD CAD. Now, this is specifically a trade that I took on NEO. Yeah, this was my winning trade. And on one of my accounts, I'm still in this trade, by the way. I haven't closed this trade yet, just to let you know. But on my NEO setup for my prop account, so I had a certain amount of growth, I closed the trade because it was NFP week. It was mid-Thursday. I was out. I was doing other things. I had to pick up my son's mum from the airport. And this is why I was I giving information? I can't remember if I was, but I wasn't at in my office, basically. So I couldn't see the charts. So I had to close on the Thursday. I was speaking with my brother. He had the same trade. And then we just made a conscious decision to say, look, you know, you've been here before. You're not watching the chart. He had to go and do something. I was out. He was like, it's better for us to close the trade. And I did, because it's always better to be profitable in the week, close, enjoy your weekend, than to be negative, annoyed, not enjoy your weekend and stressed. So Well, I'm going to go over this trade specifically, even though it did give us our normal trades. Again, I'm going to show you the Trinity trade. Yep. This pair's in an uptrend. It gave us a Trinity trade from here. And the Trinity trade, again, NFP week, not normal, but it was a 17 RR trade. Yeah. Cool. So that was your win on Trinity right here off of this 4-hour support level. Boom. Now, when I've taken the trade, I've seen it's done what it needs to do for Neo. And what was my first entry? I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was here. Was it here? I think it was here. Yeah, I got to double check it, but it was probably, it was less than this. I think I got my entry lower. I remember that because it went back up. Yeah, it was here. This is it. Yeah. So my entry was lower. It was around about here. The first one on Neo literally gave this trade out. And just so people can see it, so I'm not lying to you. Hold on a second. I'm literally going to show you guys and girls that I'm not even lying. Yeah. So another one was GBP AUD, which hit SL. Look right here. So I just gave it out to every single person here. This is proof, the Neo VIP group. Yeah. So there we go. We can see straight away here, USD CAD sell. I gave it to them from all the levels, take profit and everything. And then of course I reviewed GBP ord after GBP hit ord hit stop loss. I'll go off in that one in the charts after, but it just did a stop hunt. Nothing you can do about that. It was like 180 pip stop loss or some crazy thing like that. And then it bought straight back up the same day. It sold the same day it sold down, it brought back up. Remember what I told you, probabilities, you're going to win and lose trades. So just so you can all see what I'm saying. Cool. So we had the trade, came in here. Then when it did this, do you know what I did when it did this? I said, hey, I'm going to re-enter because it's either going to hold this level here or it's going to buy up more and I'm going to lose the trade anyway. So I added more leverage into my trade here on my prop account, just like what I'm trying to explain with copy trading. If you had a prop account and you did want to take it from your phases, up to you. I'm not saying you're going to pass them, I'm not telling you that. But if you learn how to trade better over a period of time, it's exactly what I'm doing. It's what I'm trying to say. I've entered the quote unquote copy trade from here, seen because I'm aware of market structure here. And I've said to myself, I've gone to higher time frames, daily, weekly, etc. And I've seen that it's rejected off of this level once, twice. So if it is, major word, if it is going to reject and sell again, yeah, on my 15-minute time frame, I'm going to enter here. And I swear to you, I kid you not, people. Honestly, I should have took a screenshot of it. It's so annoying I didn't. But I put my stop loss here. Okay. Do this. Sorry. Stop. Do I have stop loss in here? Okay, now I do. All right, let's just put one stop loss. I put my stop loss here, yeah, and I left it. I walked away. I set and forget. I walked away, and when I came back the next or checked my charts after the next few hours, it lo and behold, it started to sell. This is what I did. So I upped my leverage. So now I was able to make more percentage in this trade to push it forward, not just 0.5%. I was able to make 1.2 or whatever because of that. This is what I do. I take my Neo trades and they can naturally pass me an account on prop firm accounts, yeah? But if I see an opportunity, I will take it. And again, the main reason I took the opportunity is because as you saw from the chart before, yeah, there was only 2 trade setups for Neo this week. So I was able, remember what I taught you about the amount of stop loss you can lose in a day, yeah? I was able to say, let me risk more of a stop loss I can lose throughout this 20-day period on phase 1. Yeah. Let me add more risk because I've got X amount of stop loss I can still lose for the whole week. All of what I'm explaining to you here, it's not possible for me to copy trade this for you. This is why I said it's an account management service if you're expecting that. And that costs a lot more. Someone told me the other day that there's people that do this for you, but they're charging $1,000 to do this for you. Do you understand? So that's why I said I can't charge 60 GBP to pass prop firm accounts for you, because this, what I'm showing you now, is what I'd have to be doing. And it's not possible if I'm doing it with copy trading because I can't see your drawdown on your equity. So the last thing I want to do is take 60 GBP from you and blow your 20K, 50K, 100K or whatever account. I can't do it. It's a whole different service entirely. But if you guys and girls want to do it, because you can have 2 or 3 or 4 seconds or whatever to check the chart, again, John being the person I am, I'm showing you what I'm doing. This is what I do. So I will take more risk here. I could be absolutely wrong, but it is what it is. I never put a certain amount of risk that I'd be annoyed and stressed with. I just put a certain amount, just enough to give me eke out a little bit more in the trade, and that's it. So I wasn't more stressed. I should have put a 1.0 in this one from here on that account, but you know, it is what it is. Wanted to have a good weekend, spend time with the family. I don't want to be thinking, oh, why did I do that? You know, it is what it is. So I know it's a bit of a mouthful there, but it's important for me to explain this to you guys and girls for how you can get better winning trades, basically. It's only because of where the market was. So USD CAD, I'm expecting it to continue to sell, obviously, if I'm in the sell. And we're expecting it to sell down to, let's see where it can go down to. No liquidity. Let's go to a weekly time frame. What time is it now as well? Okay, get ready. Oh, that's a huge wick. We can expect it to probably sell down a bit more, but you know what? This is a huge wick. Yeah, this is a huge wick. I think more than anything, it could buy back up. I'm not going to lie to you. My reason being is you can see how huge this wick is that it left behind from that reversal. So it might just go to like maybe down here or something, continue to sell. If it does, then hopefully it just hits its TP level. And then it could more than likely reverse and buy back up because it's created even a weekly. If we look at it, it's created a weekly higher low. So technically it's telling us on a weekly time frame, this is an uptrend. So yeah, and it's left this huge liquidity. It can go back up and buy up further towards these levels. So I'm looking at it possibly buying further. I think this is just a pullback that we're catching right now, and it could buy up further. Of course, if it does keep selling, I can't see no liquidity right now, even on the monthly time frame, apart from here. So if it is going to sell, then we could be seeing a long-term sell. Yeah, and you can see I even put the arrow down here. It's probably going to come back down to this level here. So if it is going to sell. So that's what we're looking at. So that's USD CAD. USD Swiss franc. Let's go over to the daily chart quickly. We saw the buy. I did this as well for everyone. This is what I'm saying. I can't make this any easier what I try and do for people sometimes. You can see right over here, we saw a support level here. I told everyone, I drew this out when I did the call out for the weekly Zoom. And this is even why I'm doing another weekly Zoom within the same week, is because the amount of movement we had in the market, just so everyone can see what happens when your 1, 2, 3, or 4 phase does kick in and does the right thing. So you can see here, we had a Trinity entry from here, stop loss below the last swing, which was down here, because we can see that if you pay attention closely, if you zoom in, this was a low, came up to here, this was the highest point, then it pulled back, gave you an alert here. So where was the pullback? Here. Stop loss below this level, continuation, and this was a 5.8 RR trade. So there's no way without a doubt, if you did my no trend bias strategy this week, you would have made money. Every 1 to 4 trade would have hit and you would have been profitable this week. So USD CHF, I'm expecting for it to continue to, what's it going to do? Possibly. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to continue to buy. It's probably trying to catch this massive candle push down. It's probably trying to correct it. So you want to see it hold this level here. If USD CHF holds this level and doesn't break back down, gives you a Trinity alert from here, look for a continuation of a buy for it to do this. Continue that. Let's see if that's a wick. Yeah, there we go. And we can see on the higher time frames, this is a wick, this is a wick. And look how green this candle is on a monthly time frame now. So we're expecting price to go and continue to push up to cover all of this liquidity up here, because you can see the monthly wicks left behind. That's what I'm expecting it to do. Whether or not it does it, I don't know, but that's what I'm expecting it to do. So we'll look for any buy Trinity alerts on USD CHF, and they will more than likely be more profitable than sell alerts at the moment, as market structure showing us. USD JPY is extremely high. So here we go again. I know there's a lot of writing on the chart. I do apologize for all of these here, but I don't want to delete some of them because I need some of them. That's why. What can we see here, people? We can see a massive rejection level up here on USD JPY. Let's just do resistance, yeah? So if we're expecting USD JPY to do anything, I'm just going to draw this here. This is a daily resistance level, yeah? So any sell alerts, there probably was one already, but any sell alert that comes back up to this level, even dips in here, I'm looking to take. on USD JPY. Might be wrong, but there's a huge chance that it failed once, failed twice. So if it goes for a liquidity hunt run up into this area, it could sell back down. And when it sells back down, it could be going all the way down to this level here. So I'm going to be looking for sells. And from what I can see in market structures, it looks like this was a double tap, but it now starts to look like it's forming. Could be wrong, but it looks like it's forming a lower high over here. So now if it goes back up to here, clears a bit of this liquidity, gives me a sell. Even if it goes up towards here and gives me a sell, I'll still take it. But my stop loss would just be above its last highest position, wherever obviously it does form in future there, because, you know, I could be wrong. But then again, if it goes back up to this level, just like GBP, JPY, I will take my chances because of the way the higher time frame market structure is looking. Simple. That's how simple I keep it. Yeah. So I'm looking for sells on USD JPY. If it breaks this level and holds as a support up here, then of course it turns into a bias. But for now, I'm looking for sells because of how the market looks, and it's rejecting off of here. So I think that's all of them. Okay, gold. And then gold, last but not least, we see here, I marked this out, perfect setup. I couldn't make this more obvious for every single person. You know, I make the joke about disaster because when it was doing all this buy spike up here, again, people were trading exacts, blowing their account, expecting John to give them a perfect signal. I told them I don't do that. I've shown them how I was trading gold at the time, but obviously it's down to people if they listen to me. Some people even showed me their accounts in direct message and they had like 8 positions open, trying to make this magical big drop money when it took 4 months for it to pass all the way down to here. People got to be easy with how they trade and stop trying to make all your money in one trade. I've tried it. Trust me, it doesn't work more than it does work. That's just the reality of it. Of course, it got up to this level here. My sell entries from up here, I gave everybody the exact same, you know, terminology, analogy, whichever way you want to put it. I said, it's either going to hold it. I remember before I took my son to school in the morning, I literally just entered it. I said, it's either going to hold this level or it's not, people, and it's going to make a new all-time high. It held the level, and then, you know, thankfully, I'm going to make a separate YouTube video on this anyway. We are now 3,000 pips profit in gold. I think this is my biggest ever swing trade I've had on gold, to be fair. Never had one this big, yeah, so I'm actually, that's a clap moment. It's a 3,000 pip swing trade. I've never held a gold trade for 4 months, so yeah, it is. And there you go, it's all the way down. And why did I pick this level? Because gold respects structure more than everything, and there's a monthly liquidity here. Gold is where I started teaching people about liquidity. And you see there's a monthly liquidity, and what's it doing? It's chasing the liquidity. So we're looking for a continuation to this level. It could break this level, and if it wants to go any further, there's another liquidity down here. I've already mapped out the 2 liquidity zones, all nice and perfect for everyone. Yeah? So this is what we could be seeing on gold. And when it does want to buy, hey, people, what do we see up here? We see a liquidity up here. So when it wants to buy, what has it got? It's got reason to be able to buy all the way back up here. Like, you've got to keep Forex simple. And this is why, again, I'm telling you, I'm releasing these services. I'm not releasing these services to try and finesse people, to do anything like that. I'm releasing them because I'm like, this is everything I pretty much use. But if you're not able to still trade like that, then you need to get mentorship from me. Stop running. Like, stop it. Because I can't make it any easier for you. I'm not going to start showing you magical tools of how you can enter the market. Use price action, and that's what Trinity is giving you. It's giving you price action alerts. I've shown you for free how to draw these 4-hour daily, monthly support and resistance levels. I'm giving everything to everyone for free. I said you can even use a TDI to enter these same Trinity trades if you don't want to spend the 20 GBP a month. But if you do want to make your job easier, get yourself Trinity and use Trinity like the same way you would use an internet connection to trade. It's part of the trading suite. Even as I speak to you, I'm on services and subscriptions. I do not trade for free. I don't. Maybe I make profit to make it free, but still it's not. It's really a sunk cost, anything I do pay for. Even my trading view, I have to pay for it. Like, you have to pay for some stuff when it comes to Forex. Obviously have a limit, but it's just a game. Like, just, you know, don't run from it, basically what I'm trying to tell you, because you're not going to turn nothing into something. No business I've ever done that, people. So yeah, with all that being said, that's pretty much everything there. If anybody's got any questions, please let me know. Got any questions? Hit me up. I've given you more than enough. I've given you weekly analysis. I've given you psychology. I've shown you why I'm charging for services. I've even done teaching in here as well, you know what I mean? But it's mainly because I haven't done many YouTube videos over the week. So again, I thought, you know, it'd be better for me to just do a Zoom call, get my point across. Anybody got any questions, anything like that? Anything they want to say? No problem, NK. Anybody else? Don't be shy. Don't join here and not say something, because you're just putting yourself at a disservice, because people, as you've seen and I've explained, have paid for this time from me. So if you have something to say, I'm just asking you nicely, say it. Don't be running. It's recorded anyway, Jackie, so you'll be able to watch the recording if you want to. Anybody else got anything to say? Anybody?
Hey.
No problem, Ben. No problem, Ben. Nobody else got anything to say? Obviously, I got to look it off. I got to go get into.
Actually, I do. Real quick,
Yeah,
John.
hit me up.
On that last pair before gold, what was it? US.
Just DJPY.
Right, and you're looking for a sell.
I'm looking for
and
sales,
that was on the daily chart, correct? So
daily, weekly, however you look at it, the structure should be up here. I'm just looking at daily because it's showing me higher time frame that we're seeing rejections off of here. So even if you go to the 4 hour, it still look pretty much the same. You can see it looks the same. If you go to the 1 hour, it look the same.
So you're waiting for an alert from Trinity from like the 4 hour, the higher time frames? That's what
I'm waiting for a 15-minute alert, anything but off of key levels, basically. So you might have had an alert here on Trinity. Could have had one here, maybe. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
In there. Remember, it's about it's more than the alert on Trinity I'm waiting for. It's about the probability of it doing something. So when it got here, there's a probability it can continue to sell, because again, like I said, this looks like a higher, lower high. So it can continue to sell from here. And this could be the get-go, because really it's touched this level twice already. So if you're not in it from me, I'm still in this trade actually. Okay. On one of my accounts, I'm still in it. Am I? Did I close it or am I still in it? I've got to double check that. I think I closed it. Sometimes I've got different pairs obviously open. So I was in it from before. As you saw, I made the profits from it. I think I even did give it out to people as well. But I was in this trade when it did all of this. I think when it started to do this again, I came out of it. So, but again, it was a sell trade, and that's what I'm looking for. So if it gives me one here, I'll take it. If it gives me one up here, I'll take it. But now I'll just put less leverage in the risk in the trade. That's it.
Got it. Thanks.
No problem. Anybody else? None there, none there. All right, cool. So I'm going to leave you there. I need to go and work out with my son right now, because we're trying to get these gains 2023. Got to get that body, man. Got to get that body. Yeah, I've had too much of a Forex body. Doing all this teaching and learning the Forex and these charts, bruv. You be sitting down, I'm telling you, just be eating, getting big, bruv. You can't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. I'm telling you, I'm saying everything. Like, I'm proper real when it comes to Forex. Like, don't do it to yourself. That's why I don't scalp, because you just be sitting down eating crap all day scalping. I'm not gonna lie to you. You will. That's why I swing trade, because now I can actually cook myself a meal, because I'm not trying to wait for a trade every 5 seconds. You know, you go put the pot on and then all of a sudden you've just missed a 20, 30 pip drop on a trade. So don't do it to yourself, man. Like, try and just be a bit more relaxed, trade your probabilities, and try and fix other aspects in your life. So right now, mine is to spend more time with family. This is why I'm not on the charts every day telling you, Trace, I need to spend more time with family, because you don't want to lose that aspect in your life. And it's working on my fitness right now and my other businesses. But I'm always working on business. So I always see other things as more important right now. So yeah, that's me. All right, people, I'm going out later. So I hope it helps you. Have a good one, and we'll get in these markets. Anyone that's on the trade copy or the signals, it will start from this week. I probably won't trade on Monday, because Monday seems to be a hell of a lot of losers on Monday for some weird reason. So probably from Tuesday onwards as well. If you want to get into any of the service, hit me up again, and I'll hopefully be able to get you in there towards tonight in the UK, or tomorrow before Monday starts. And I'll make it that anybody that does join signals or anything like that, they will always be on 50 GBP, the first 10 people, just to make it fair. Obviously, incentive for people as well. So I'll put that in there again before I leave. So yeah, all right then, people, I'll leave it there. Need to get on with it. I will see you later. And thank you for your time as well.